What makes me want to learn is basically just to get into a good college, be able to major into my future major, and get into a good career so that way I can later on start a family of my own. It feels great when you put in the effort in and then later on getting to see you got accepted into the college that you wanted to go to. It's pretty hard when you don't really enjoy the subject because you're not really putting the effort into learning it. So.
Well, if I'm learning about something that I'm interested in, then that's what makes me want to learn. But I guess because I'm gonna need a job later, and learning the required stuff so that I can get my job is important. Learning feels great when I can apply it to real life. Like if I learn something in psych or whatever, and then I see it demonstrated in everyday life or like with an actual person, and I understand it completely, then it's rewarding.
And when is it hard?
When I don't understand the concepts at all. It's hard when I can do the process, but I can't understand the reasons for the process.
I see learning as an investment. I spend time to learn now. In the future, I get more successful and have a good life. Learning feels great when it's really bad, but when I find out I do better than someone else, that feels good. That feels really good. Beginning to learn it is hard, but once you get the basics and then you start advancing like to harder subjects regarding that topic,
yeah,
it's easier. But when you just start, it's really hard. That's the most difficult part.
I want to learn because I know that every year of your life is important because it all leads up to when you grow up and you have a career. So you can't ever take a break from learning. So whether or not it's like in a class or whether it's just from life lessons and hanging out with friends, like when you learn, it all adds up, and then the more you know, the more you are able to interact with people when you grow up. I think learning feels great when you realize yourself that you learned something, like you learned a valuable lesson from what happened, whether it was a failed test on a grade or whether it was you got such a great score that because you studied so hard or whatever it is. Like it can be a learning experience, like from a sport or anything.
And what change can we make to help make learning easier for you?
It's just really on the person, just motivation-wise. If it's interesting, you're more likely to study more on it and learn it faster.
Maybe make it more hands-on, or like maybe provide different analogies or something that would make it easier to understand in different terms than just what the textbook says.
I think right now, as of right now, all high school learning is theory. There's no practical stuff. You don't experience anything yet. You're not doing anything. You just chalk, like whiteboard, write it on the board. This is what happens. This is how it goes. You don't really like experience it.
Well, for me personally, because I have a different learning style than most people, I like really engaging teachers and engaging classroom activities. Like because lectures, people don't say lectures are engaging, but when teachers throw out random questions at random people in the class, like, and then they're engaging you, so you're always awake because you're like, oh, he might ask me a question. Then you have to be paying attention and you psych yourself out. And I think like any type of engaging activity is the best way for me to learn, rather than like a video or anything.
That's it.